Hey guys, Nish Quick here. So, I actually kind of had a dream about Tears of the Kingdom, and that dream involved a certain mummified corpse that we've been seeing in the trailer a few times. It wasn't too fun. So anyways, that dream actually got me questioning what we already know about this game and about this mummified corpse. Is it really Ganondorf? And if so, which Ganondorf is this? I haven't seen many people talk about this, so I want to bounce some ideas off of you guys and let's discuss in the comments below. So without further ado, let's talk about who the heck this guy is. So first of all, I do want to admit, in 2019, when the trailer was released, I didn't put two and two together and say it's Ganondorf. I thought it was a corrupted Sheikah monk. And if you saw, I think it was Commonwealth Realm, Dr. Wily, and Zeltic's reaction to the first ever Tears of the Kingdom trailer in 2019, even Dr. Wily was like, hey, it's a corrupted Sheikah monk. So I'm not alone on this. I'm not, I swear.
Oh, evil Sheikah, that's a really good call, Bob. Bob in chat, good call.
But the thing is, I didn't initially put two and two together and say it's Ganondorf. I didn't see the Gerudo earrings and jewelry. I didn't notice the red hair. I didn't listen to the music in the background. This is 100% Ganondorf, and if not Ganondorf, it is the source of what Calamity Ganon is. So, quick refresher for some people. Demise in Skyward Sword was the source of all hatred and all evil within Hyrule. Later, when he dies, he places a curse upon Link and Zelda that they will be reincarnated and trapped within this never-ending cycle of death and rebirth, and cursed by his new... I'm paraphrasing this, he says it's kind of like his new embodiment of hatred will come and haunt them for generations to come. Basically, that is Ganondorf. That is Ganon, whatever you want to call it. Later, Demise's hatred is reintroduced and reincarnated as one of the many Gerudo Kings, Ganondorf, in Ocarina of Time. And when you defeat Ganon in Ocarina of Time, he's trapped in the Sacred Realm. That is important. Ganon is trapped in the Sacred Realm, and he is able to break free. He's able to break free. I'm not gonna explain the Zelda timeline much here. If you want to, I'll leave like a link in the description for some like quick rundown of it. Maybe I'll make a video on it later, but I'm assuming a lot of people who are watching this video know what I'm talking about. So regardless of what outcome, adult, child, downfall, Ganondorf will be trapped in the Sacred Realm and he will be able to break free. We see it in all of the outcomes. We see it in Twilight Princess. He doesn't necessarily break free, but he's in the Twilight Realm. He's released by Zand. We see it in Wind Waker. He breaks free from the seal and terrorizes Hyrule. It has to be flooded. We see it in Link to the Past. Basically, he turns the Sacred Realm into the Dark World. My point is, at the end of Twilight Princess, at the end of Wind Waker, at the end of the Legend of Zelda, the first Legend of Zelda, Ganon / Ganondorf is killed. Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, you effectively kill Ganondorf with the Master Sword. In Twilight Princess, you do a fatal blow, stab him right through the heart, and he is dead. Same with Wind Waker, you stab him right through the skull, and he turns into stone. He is dead. So my question is, why is he back in Tears of the Kingdom? Why? Not only is this Ganondorf, but why is he back? What made him want to reawaken again? What made him want to send this calamity up into wherever? Well, I guess there's a lot of unanswered questions there. Maybe that would have to relate to the Zonai and who sealed him, and maybe that mysterious arm or whatever, right? But I just want to ask this additional question. Which Ganondorf is this? Is this the Ganondorf from Twilight Princess and Wind Waker? Is this a new Ganondorf? Or I'll throw you a very big curveball right now. Is this the Ganon/Ganondorf from Four Swords Adventures? So yeah, I bet you didn't see that one coming, right? So I'm here on Zelda Wiki. I'm looking at Ganon, Four Swords Adventures. On the story, it says, it is not revealed until the Lost Woods that Ganon is the main protagonist of the game. However, as the game progresses, it becomes more apparent that Vati is not the true antagonist. While exploring the pyramid in the Desert of Doubt, Link learns that Ganondorf stole the trident, presumably the cause of his transformation into the evil beast Ganon. So, Ganondorf existed in Four Swords Adventures. But you want to know something even cooler? You timeline geeks might already know what I'm about to say, but Four Swords Adventures takes place after Twilight Princess. So yeah, this Ganondorf from Four Swords Adventures could be a new addition to the Ganondorf cycle, because we've had only one Ganondorf so far. Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, it's the same guy. And this Ganondorf from Four Swords Adventures could be a new reincarnation of Demise's hatred. But is he the same Ganondorf we are seeing now in these Tears of the Kingdom trailers? I don't know. So honestly, when Breath of the Wild first released in 2017, I was in Team Child Timeline. Like that quote from Zelda in the very first memory, I heard that and I was like, this is the child timeline. This has to be. And even like the Koroks and stuff, I didn't really care that much about that. But basically I was like, this is the child timeline, it has to be. So as far as I can tell, even here in Zelda Wiki, because I'm going by Zelda Wiki because I haven't played Four Swords Adventures, I'm sorry, but it says, the final cutscene then ensues. The seven maidens gather around the fully subdued Ganon and seal him away inside the Four Sword. The Four Sword is then taken to the Four Sword Sanctuary, sealed away for good. Okay, the most important thing is Ganon is sealed, like in Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, and A Link to the Past. He can break free of that seal again. That's why in 2017, I thought that this Calamity Ganon was the Ganon from Four Swords Adventures. So maybe this Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom, who is the source of the calamity, is the Ganondorf who stole the trident in Four Swords Adventures. You guys think so? Well, there's another possibility here. Another thing is a lot of people have been saying that this green spectral hand is clutching onto Ganon's chest, and maybe that's the wound. They're holding down that wound or that seal that Link drove down with the Master Sword in Twilight Princess. So maybe this is Ganon from Twilight Princess. Again, still the same timeline, but how does dead Ganon from Twilight Princess come back in Tears of the Kingdom? One more thing I want to talk about is the kind of, I would say, maybe the most obvious outcome, but I just wanted to present all these outcomes to you guys. So, Urbosa in Breath of the Wild has a very interesting quote, very cool quote that harkens back to the series past. She says something like this.
It was written that Calamity Ganon once adopted the form of a Gerudo. And that will make this victory all the more satisfying. I like that. Now I can take this personally.
So this shows that Urbosa actually knows about the history of Ganondorf in the Gerudo tribe. For those of you who don't know, the Gerudo is a tribe of women warriors. Gerudo are mostly women, but every 100 years, a male Gerudo is born into the Gerudo tribe. And back in the days of Ocarina of Time, that male Gerudo was Ganondorf. So is she referring to Ocarina of Time as Ganondorf? Most probably, because Ocarina of Time's Ganondorf is the most important villain in the entire series. He's the one who is seen in Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker. He has caused reverberations throughout the entirety of the mythos of Zelda. But here's another thing. Breath of the Wild takes place hundreds and hundreds and thousands and thousands and 10,000s and hundreds of thousands and millions, probably so many years later than Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. It is so far into the future that these timelines have probably converged together. That can mean one thing. If the laws of nature are still intact, that could mean that the Gerudo have had many male Gerudos who have been born into the Gerudo tribe. One of those could have been a new incarnation of Ganondorf and a new manifestation of Demise's hatred. Think about that. So my theory is, I don't subscribe to that Four Swords adventure theory anymore. My actual theory is that this Ganondorf we see in Tears of the Kingdom, with the Gerudo jewelry and the tunic and the red hair and the mummified corpse, back in the day, one day, he was born into the Gerudo tribe. But here's the thing, here's the most important thing. This Ganondorf was born 10,000 years ago. So maybe 10,000 years ago and just a little bit before that. So that means that Ganondorf grew into the Gerudo King and became this evil, monstrous warrior kind of guy. He destroyed and demolished everything in Hyrule, and we see that in the cave paintings. Tears of the Kingdom, we see it in the cave paintings. He's got his trident, maybe not the same trident from Four Swords Adventures, who knows. But the most important thing is this Ganondorf, the new male Gerudo, separate from Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker, was born into the Gerudo tribe 10,000 years ago and was the catalyst to start the calamity, the first calamity that we hear about in Breath of the Wild. He was the one to start it all. He was the catalyst, he was the start, he was the spark to the flame. He started the calamity, and because of that, he was defeated by the original hero and sealed away under Hyrule Castle with this strong, powerful seal, whatever that seal is. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a theory I had. So again, just to recap, this could be the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker Ganondorf. Somehow he was resurrected. Somehow he came back to life, but again he was sealed again. So I don't really think that this is the Ganon or Ganondorf from Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, just in my personal opinion. This could be the Four Swords Adventures Ganon. He has the Trident of Power like he did in Four Swords Adventures, but I also don't really think that's the case, because it would have to kind of explain the whole, like, he was released from the Four Sword. The theory that I subscribe to is maybe many Ganondorfs, or many male Gerudos, maybe their names weren't Ganondorfs, were born into this Gerudo life cycle many years following Four Swords Adventures, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, all those games. Many years later, many Gerudos are born into the Gerudo cycle. They become the kings of the Gerudo, right? Maybe later on in that cycle, now that Hyrule has seen peace, there's no turmoil or anything, Demise's hatred manifests once again into a new Gerudo King named Ganondorf. This Gerudo King is the catalyst and is the spark to set off the first calamity, which we know of 10,000 years ago. That calamity happens, hero faces him off, finishes him off, and he is sealed away by that spectral green hand. Whatever that is, he is sealed away. So yeah, I think this is an entirely new Ganondorf. It took me a while to get to that point, but I want to hear your guys' opinion on this too. Who is this corpse? Who is this mummified corpse? Is it the Ganondorf we know from Ocarina, Twilight, and Wind Waker? Is it the one we know in Four Swords Adventures, the one we've only seen once? Or is it an entirely new Ganondorf / Ganon who is reborn into the cycle of the Gerudo? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more Zelda content on the road to Tears of the Kingdom. We're also trying to hit 500 subs before the release of the game. I know we can do it. And give this video a like because it helps a lot. Yes. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is Nishquick signing off. Have a great day. Play some great games today. Hopefully it's a Zelda game. I'll see you in the next one. Later.